All right. Okay, we're live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again. It is Monday once more, 6:30 p.m. EST, and we are here for our weekly live stream and moderated Q&A. If you have a question at any point, you can just type it in the chat. I'll be monitoring those and getting the questions to Nir as quickly as possible.
Or if you have questions, if you're not watching this live, you can type a comment on the video and I'll try to remember that I need to look at them because I always forget.
I'll remind you.
Anyway, I think we need to say that we need more engagement with the audience, like
Yeah.
likes and comments and everything, because it helps.
And perhaps sharing as well to get more people to view. We only just, it's only our 13th or 14th live stream, which is a very small amount.
Yeah, and it seems, I remember it being lower than 13, but and you as well.
Yeah, it's gone by really quickly so far, but we started off with, I think, 100 followers on the YouTube channel, and now there's over 1,000, so it's better. It's getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also have, you know, the people that stop by every single week are regulars. So I'd like to say thank you to you guys and hello. I know you're on now. Rob is here. Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob. What's
Hi,
up?
My Body Story. How are you?
Hey.
It's hard to get views. Always good to get the word out as early as possible. Yes. It's pretty hard to do the marketing part of it because we're not really sure.
I think the key is being consistent with it.
Yes, which we have been doing so far. So ever since we started the sort of like live stream series plus voice as well, we have been consistent.
Yeah.
And we haven't missed
except
a week.
The week when we went to New York Comic Con.
Right, we were at New York and Baltimore Comic Cons, and we did not stream during that week, but the moment we got back, we continued. So what are we going to start off with today? Did you want to show?
I just got this, which is so cool.
Yeah, it says Rubáiyát of Omar Khayyám.
I think it's Khayyám.
Khayyám, yes.
So I just got this from eBay today, and the reason I bought it, and it was very hard to find. I think I looked for it like a very long time and finally found it. So the reason I bought it is because it's illustrated by Robert Stewart Sherriffs, which is my favorite illustrator, I think. I can say favorite instead of one of my favorite. I really like his style. He's a Scottish illustrator from the beginning of the 20th century. And I didn't know about the book itself, and I read about it a little bit today. But look at the art. This is so amazing. Just gorgeous illustration art. I think this edition, this is one of his later works, and this came out in 1940, more or less 40. I think we missed another, yeah.
Wow.
Another one. I really like the use of textures here. It looks a little bit like colored pencils, but I'm not sure. Obviously, it's a print, so I don't know how they used to do this in a print, in a printed book, but look at this. So the fabric, the way it draws the fabric and the different type of textures, and the lines are so, you can see the dynamic use of ink,
Yeah.
like in the fabric here.
So the Omar Khayyám was a poet and a polymath. He's credited with many works in geometric algebra, and I think he founded the Jalil calendar, or he did some,
and they use it
to this
until
day.
to this day.
Yeah, and then as well as the Rubáiyát, which is the book that you're holding, which is a collection of his poetry.
He was also an astronomer, so he
Yeah.
studied the way the stars move, and that's how he developed the calendar. Look at the dog. This is so cool.
Yeah, the dog is really cool.
And I like the way he draws the light, and the light has like its own
shape.
line.
Sort of like what people do with
Shape.
shadows, right?
Yeah.
Normally.
And look at this.
Wow.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
Also this is very geometric. So you can see the influences of Art Nouveau here and Aubrey Beardsley, and the way that it's drawn without perspective at all. So it's very Art Nouveau style, but obviously it's more modern. Oh, this is a great image.
Yeah,
look at this.
Very cool.
It's so cool. I really like the background here.
There's some sort of feeling that I get from looking at these illustrations, which is like it's riding the edge between modern styles and like very historical ancient styles.
Look at the way he draws.
It almost looks like Disney characters at sometimes, but then you like zoom out and you have this like orthographic flat
it's very,
type of
it's very cartoony.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
But I really like it because it's something in the middle between cartoony and realistic. So it's not too exaggerated and it's not realistic. He plays a lot with the volume. For example, here you see that this looks flat,
Right.
almost flat.
Yeah.
But this has a volume to it.
Right.
Only because just a few lines give it a volume.
Also, there's a play between like sort of not just volume, but the style itself seems to shift within the piece. It seems like there's a very modern type of, this could have been the tree and the light in the backdrop could have been used for an Edgar Allan Poe poetry, like sort of for visualization. But then
look at this. The whole figure is blacked out.
Yeah, that's very cool.
If you think about Frank Miller or modern people like that, so they did it in the beginning of the 20th century.
For sure. I think he was ahead of his time, Sherriffs.
So I also got another book by him, and the other one, I think I'm gonna show it next time. It's so he was also a caricaturist.
Yeah.
So the other book is caricatures. So it's only lines, and he has like a very distinct and special way he does the fast. It looks like fast lines, but I'm not sure it's actually using the brush in a fast way, or just making it seems as if it's fast.
Right.
Look at the lines here and the cat.
Oh, I didn't even see the cat. I didn't realize there was a cat in that. Yeah. Oh, so cute. Yeah, it looks.
So I also read a little bit about the poem here.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. So it was written in the 12th century.
Right.
In the Middle Ages. Look at the horse. This is so cool.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's a very secular piece of work.
Right.
And you told me that you know about it because of
Sufism.
Sufism, which is some sort of
it's a religion, I guess you could call it.
But based on Islamic religion?
I think so. Yeah, I think Sufism is to Islam what sort of like Gnosticism is to Christianity. So it's like a separate, it's more focused on the spiritual aspect and less on like the dogmatic aspects of the religion.
Mm-hmm. So I was thinking, so it looks like the original piece of work wasn't directly related to this religion,
Right.
because it talks a lot about, and I'm not an expert on that subject, so I'm not. This is only speculation, but it's it led me to an interesting idea. So the original text seems like a very like secular text,
Right.
about, and also he was a mathematician and a scientist, so it seems reasonable that it's like sort of a secular work.
Right.
And it talks a lot about like that death is eternal and there is no afterlife and stuff like that. And I think that this religion like hijacked the story and like gave it a religious meaning.
I don't know if hijacked would be the right word. It's like you can base a religion off of anything, really. You could base it off of natural, sort of like the weather if you wanted to. It doesn't mean that you're hijacking the weather.
But think about that led me to think about something else that we know, the Jewish religion and the Christian religion.
Right.
They both did the same thing. They actually hijacked stories that were written long time before they were invented.
Yeah.
This religion was invented.
The reason I'm reluctant to call it hijacking is because that makes it seem like it was a fast sort of decision that was made in malice almost. And it's more of a like natural, organic reinterpretation that happens over time.
I'm not saying one person hijacked the stories, but I'm saying over time, the religion itself, as if it has like a persona,
right,
took advantage of older stories and
I think
said that actually it's like retrofitting.
Yes.
It's actually all the stories that were written thousands of years ago before this current time. They were actually talking about what we are talking about right now. So it's actually hijacking an older story and saying it was always about the stuff that we are talking about.
Right.
And
I'm just trying to make clear, are you saying that, like, for instance, how the flood of Noah is based upon like the Gilgameshian?
Okay. It's not. I'm not sure if it's based upon the Gilgameshian tale, but some other tale that was told 1,000 years before that.
Right.
Because we see a lot of flood stories in different cultures. It doesn't mean that it's the same story, but it could be the same story.
Maybe they're based off of the. But I think at some point it's true that various cultures have their flood myths, but at some point when you go back far enough, modern sort of like archaeology and anthropology, they posit that peoples visited each other cross-continentally only at a specific point, but we have all these flood myths going back way, way before that point in which they were seafaring civilizations. And so you could ask the question, are they sort of like based off of just the natural wonder of nature? So people were afraid of weather because it made sense to be afraid of sort of like the phenomena that were extreme, right? You ended up having myths that were very similar. and they would end up having, there would be some sort of hero of the story undergoing a huge cataclysmic event.
But that could appear in different times unrelated.
Yeah, that's what I'm
possible.
saying. I'm saying that it's possible that they're unrelated to each other, because basically what underlies them is a fear of cataclysm, which is very human and very like basically programmed into us. And then a hero of the story that overcomes, which is also something that's very like basically.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like the stories in the Bible, for example, were written in a long period of time. It wasn't written
Right,
in a single period of time.
They also come from
most
various...
of the time it was based, the person that wrote the story, he based it on something that they told like orally.
Right.
So it's not like they invented something new. And way longer after the stories were written, somebody compiled all of them together and said, "Oh no, that's actually about the God that we invented 2 years ago."
It's well known that there were versions and revisions, and some parts were, left out on purpose, and other parts were changed.
Basically, it led me to think about that religions are hijacking stories to like, of course there's not you can like there's newer modern religions that are not based on older stories, but I think the most powerful religions are based on known and like stories that people used to tell orally.
Yeah, or perhaps they borrow some sort of ancient stories, and they also add some other newer ones to them as well.
So, and then that led me to think about another thing.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about why can't we do the same, actually, like hijack a known story and say this was actually not like that, it was something else.
I mean,
and then I thought about it a little bit more, and then I realized that this is actually what I did.
Yes, that's what I'm going to
Age of Canaan.
With almost everything anything that everyone writes, I think.
But in Age of Canaan, it's actually taking a story that was written a long, long time ago in the Bronze Age.
Yeah.
And I actually changed the meaning of the story. I said, this is not actually what happened. What happened was actually this.
Right.
And then I thought about it, and I was thinking maybe I'm doing like the same thing that the religious people are doing, or religions are doing. But then I thought about the difference. There's actually one difference that is very important. So I'm not saying this is the truth and that's it.
Right.
I'm saying, okay, this might I'm using like a scientific approach, which is a hypothesis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're saying this is one way that it might have happened.
Yeah, this is one way that
it's not
this
dogmatic.
might have happened. Yeah. Maybe it didn't happen like this. And the religions, they are saying this is the only truth. There is nothing else.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
well, I think that's the difference between every type of religious sort of intent and stories, basically.
Yeah.
Any fictional or non-fiction story is not, they don't ask you to sort of like believe their truth and discard everything else. It's more like allegory and a way to convey emotion and information.
Yeah, the stories that religions tell.
I don't know if it's the stories that they tell or the religions themselves. So
it's stories. It's basically stories.
You could read the Bible without having to believe it.
That's what I'm saying about hijacking. So they took the stories and now we can't read the Bible without thinking about this religion. Even though it's a beautiful story, you can read it as a story,
right? And
it has like a very interesting stories in it. But nowadays we can't do it because it was hijacked.
By the way, the other thing happened, the opposite happens as well. You have like more modern sort of memes that pop up every once in a while that are new, and people still, like, some people will choose to believe them as truth.
For example, I'm not sure I got you.
So for example, manuscripts, modern manuscripts that people write that have to do with you know, the way that reality is actually is, right? Or things having to do with like extraterrestrials or dimensions or like life after death, astral projection. There's all kinds of different sort of like manuals and books that people can read as fiction, or they can, sometimes I'm sure they just take them at face value and believe them to be true.
Can you give an example for anything like that? Maybe Nostradamus, or
I don't know if yeah, maybe. I don't know if there's anyone alive today that is sort of, maybe there is, but like Edgar Cayce, for instance, he was nicknamed the Sleeping Prophet because he would go into trances and he would give these speeches and give readings for people and sort of come up with herbal, medicinal, you know, recipes for specific ailments that people had that approached him. And I think there are probably people alive today that view him as being, you know, saying the truth and being more than human in a way, or being like ultra human, having a capability that few possess, and really believing everything that he said, including predictions that haven't yet come to pass. Yeah, I think he predicted at some point that like hidden Egyptian knowledge or archaeological something would be found. And yeah,
predictions are so funny, because if you believe that predictions are like people can predict the future, then you must believe that the Simpsons are like magicians,
prophets.
Yeah,
maybe they're magicians. That makes more sense, actually. Like it's sort of like the self-actuating prophecy. If you say it enough times,
we should start like the Church of Matt Groening. Or
I'm sure that exists already. I'm sure it exists.
Because if you say a lot of stuff, some of the stuff will stick.
There isn't a real Church of Matt Groening, but the term often refers to the satirized fictional denominations in his shows, like the Western branch of American Presbyterianism. So all sorts of like branches of religions that he invented inside the Simpsons.
Well, there's the flying spaghetti monster.
Yeah, but I mean, it's satirical, right?
Yeah, of course.
It's not, I don't think they actually believe there's this flying spaghetti monster, but they're sort of reserving the right to believe it just as any other religion believes in made up sort of, sorcery. Passed down. Yeah.
I hope we didn't
offend anyone.
Yeah.
I don't think so, because I mean, we haven't said anything bad about religion. I don't think religions in themselves are bad. I think it's a tool, just like any other thing.
But I think, yeah,
if used in the wrong way, you can really cause a lot of harm.
Bad, but they did a lot of damage to humanity.
Well, yeah, but so have swords. Are swords evil?
Yeah.
They're not, though.
No, I just agreed.
You agreed, yeah. So it's like I think the problem more lies in human nature itself. Sometimes,
even though I'm not sure you can call a religion a tool. It's not actually.
I mean, everything can be called a tool. It's just like another name for process, I guess. It's not an item, right? Because it's like ever changing. There's no final version of Christianity. It's gonna still, or of Judaism, or of, you know, there's religions that haven't been invented yet that are gonna arise at some point as well. So it's sort of like this organic thing that changes along with the human psyche.
Yeah. So I don't know how we got to this, but it was something I thought about.
Oh, well, we're talking
Today.
about Sufism and the text,
Yeah.
right?
So I actually want to read it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna read it for sure as well. Another.
So it's supposed to be very beautiful.
I have another example actually. It just came to mind.
Just just to finish the thought.
Yeah.
I think that like people who do science, mathematicians, and like people who approach art in a scientific way are most of the time very, very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the reason I think it must be an interesting text.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're artistic and you create whatever it is, if it's poetry or like, you know, drawing, painting, or any kind of sculpting, any kind of like creation that you come up with, and you also are a scientist on top of that and you investigate things, then I think those sort of disciplines cross-pollinate each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then the artist side of you becomes more sort of methodical, and the scientist side of you can become more artistic and free,
mm-hmm.
and not as sort of boxed into templates.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy, I think, for scientists to resort to very methodical thinking and less sort of out of the box thinking, because it's part of the scientific process itself, right?
Yeah, but if you think about the most influential scientists,
yeah,
they're always out.
Yeah,
of the
they have
box.
great
Always.
imaginations. Yeah, for
Always.
sure, for sure.
Like Einstein, for example.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think anyone could have come up with the idea for relativity if they didn't have a huge visual sort of capacity, inner visual capacity.
Yeah, he was like a mathematician. He was developing the geometry around
Of space-time, yeah. So another example that came to mind, because you asked what sort of like modern myths do people believe, or modern sort of like, so there's also a lot of creepypasta stuff online that sometimes people believe.
Mm-hmm.
Memes such as Slender Man.
Yeah.
The back rooms.
What's the back rooms?
The back rooms is, I think a lot of people look at it sort of like as a fun entertainment, sort of horror story kind of narrative, but I'm sure other people believe in some form of that being real as well. It's like it tells the tale of slipping accidentally into sort of a different dimension, sort of like the upside down,
mm-hmm.
in which, so that's like a higher level of reality, and you can use back doors to enter our reality at different times in different places. But that place is all liminal space. So it looks like one never-ending, let's say, corridor painted in one color, with just one door going on endlessly in all directions.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's purported to be populated by like malicious entities that live there. So it's very much like the upside down in that way. Yeah, it's a whole, the SCP Foundation, you know, that all the stories, the open source, people write their own versions of like item descriptions and event descriptions.
But do you think people really believe in that, or just?
I think it's just like just like anything else. If you have some sort of you know, system of reality that you're putting forth, there are going to be people who take it seriously, and there are going to be people who just look at it as a fictional sort of fun narrative to take in, right? So I'm sure there are people that believe in some subsets of, or you know, some version of what's in there. And to be honest, it like covers everything basically. So
do you think, but do you think there's a story that somebody wrote like recently, and people and he said that the person said that it's a work of fiction, but people took it seriously?
Well, I mean, there's pretty big. Take L. Ron Hubbard, for instance.
No, but that's something else. He was a science fiction writer.
Yeah, so he was he wrote some books as a science fiction author, And then
But the books that he wrote, I don't think they took things from the book that he wrote.
I think so. I think
they did.
Yeah, I think it's so later on he wrote sort of like technical manuals, sort of like religious kind of texts. But earlier on he wrote science fiction, and I think they incorporated some of the science fiction into their
but that's
beliefs.
something else, because he was the one who invented this Scientology, right? So it wasn't like somebody else took the story and did something else with it. He's the one who did it.
Well, you can Catcher in the Rye as an example. I don't.
Yeah. Do you mean like the conspiracy theories regarding the book Catcher in the Rye?
No, I think some people believe that either the assassin.
There's a lot of conspiracies.
I don't know if it's
regarding
a conspiracy. It's more like theories around it, where they think that like either the assassin took the book as some sort of, he thought the book was trying to tell him to do something, so it's a crazy man's delusion, right? But it's still based off of a text that wasn't meant for that.
There was a movie that took the Catcher in the Rye and took the idea of all the conspiracies behind it. It was a conspiracy. It was this type of movies that is like a conspiracy, but then you realize it's actually true.
Yeah.
It was. I think it was. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I think it was Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts. Oh, he was a taxi driver.
Oh, well,
that was like into conspiracy theories.
Right.
A movie from the 90s.
Okay.
But then it was actually discovered that it's actually true.
Another, I have
and
a few.
He had like a huge collection of the Catcher in the Rye. Like he bought over and over again the same book. What's the name of that movie?
I don't remember. Maybe someone listening can...
Mel Gibson and Julia Roberts, 90s.
Let me see here. Did you mean a movie called Conspiracy Theory?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. I have another example. The Satanic Bible by Anton LaVey that was written in 1969. So yeah, I think the author intended it to be a religious manuscript, but that's an example of something very recent. Actually, 1969 is not that long ago. It's definitely not a book found in antiquity or anything, but it was taken by some people to be...
Yeah, it also reminds me of this book Codex Seraphonius. Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah.
It's a crazy. Also, it's not that old, but it has like a feel as if it was
yes, I think
drawn like in a long time ago.
Right.
It's by an Italian illustrator.
Yeah.
From the 80s, I think.
I think so, yeah. Here, let me check. Codex Seraphinianus. Originally published in 1981. So the year, yeah, that's 44 years ago?
But I don't think anybody took it seriously.
No, it was intended to be an artistic sort of...
I know it was intended, but I was thinking about maybe somebody took it and thought it's something else than it was intended to be.
This is... I had to do this about half an hour ago and I forgot, but...
Oh my god.
It's happening
What
now.
are we going to do with it?
Oh, nothing. Just gonna drink Dr. Pepper.
So I didn't talk about the page I'm drawing today.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, and maybe I can show the... What did I do last
We usually
time?
do that at the end, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll keep the same.
So I'm drawing a page from Helix Sky today, like like all the recent stuff I've been doing. So this is still from issue 1. I think it's page 12.
Page. Yeah. What?
Yeah, so it's a scene where there's some sort of a raid,
Right.
police raid.
Okay. Is it mostly characters on this page? It
Yeah.
seems like the backdrop is more simple.
Yeah, it's mostly figures. That's why I'm still doing the first panel.
Right.
Just finished first panel, and only three panels here, but they have a lot of details.
Yeah, definitely. How would you view it if you discovered that a group turned one of your books into a religious text?
I think it will be funny for sure.
Depending on whether they used it to
sacrifice children.
Yeah, well, whatever, be violent in any way.
Yeah, that's actually a problem if you're a musician.
Yeah.
For example, sometimes people take your song and use it for the wrong agenda.
Yeah. It's more or less what when people interpret books as like religious or telling them to do something, or and I think that happens with music a lot as well.
Yeah.
People, I think sort of graft their own ideas onto what they're listening to, and you can make the song about something else that way.
But I don't think there's anything you can do about it.
No,
you
not
can't
really.
tell them, don't think that.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, when you speak, people interpret what you're saying sometimes in a different way than you intended, and you can't really do much to. You can try to be as intelligible and precise as possible, but it doesn't always.
And most of the time, it's a good thing that people interpret what you do in a different way that you meant. Like in art, for example, I like when people tell me stuff that I didn't think about my stories.
Yeah, that happened recently. I don't remember, but someone made a comment that was surprising to you about your work. Maybe they said it was scary, or I don't recall exactly.
I don't remember, but it happens, yeah. So this character here is like barging open the door with so I did the whole exaggerated movement thing.
I started watching the Lord of the Rings series 2 days ago.
Yeah, how is it?
It's good. It's pretty engrossing. It's got me. I'm really sort of like sinking into the story and the characters.
Is it like the original story, or is it like something?
No, I think it's what they're portraying events that happened way before the Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh, okay.
It seems like spoilers if anyone hasn't, but not immense spoilers, because I just sort of am like 3 or 4 episodes in the first series, but I think it's around the time that sort of Gandalf arrived on planet Earth.
Okay.
Maybe. And it is after Sauron and Morgoth were defeated for the first time, but before the events of the Two Towers.
It doesn't say anything to me. I'm not an expert on that.
Yeah, no, I'm not an expert either, but it's been interesting. There's some cool character development, and the obviously like the costume design is amazing, and the filmography, and yeah, all of the special effects, practical effects.
Is it done by Peter Jackson?
No,
or
I don't think so.
maybe he's the producer?
He might be the producer. So the Rings of Power is, let's see who produced it though. Um, not film series, The Rings of Power. Produced by, developed by J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay, and there's a bunch of producers on it, but I don't see.
Okay.
No.
Maybe it's not related.
Yeah. Production. Amazon MGM Studios, New Line Cinema. Huh.
And we've been watching what's the name of that show? The animated show.
The Mighty Nine?
Yeah.
Yeah, The Mighty Nine, which you discovered is based off of a D&D campaign.
Yeah, it's funny.
Which is pretty cool. Like a specific campaign that I don't know who ran, but
I wonder if it's the first story that was developed based on a D&D campaign. It reminds me also of the series that we started watching, the Genosha.
Right.
And it's also based on a game.
Yeah. It's sort of like the game Mafia. Do you know that game?
Is it considered RPG?
Maybe a little bit. But do you know the game Mafia, where you're in a group of people and there's one person who is sort of like the, I guess, host. He's not playing the game, or she. They sort of just make up who gets what job description. And then every couple of minutes or every half hour or so, they tell everyone that it's time to go to sleep. And when everyone closes their eyes, something happens.
Okay.
So there might be, for instance, there might be a murderer that no one knows who's the murderer, or more than one murderer. And when he says everyone close their eyes, except now the murderers open their eyes, only the murderers. And now the murderers point to who they want to murder.
Okay.
Right? And so that's like a basic, more simplified version of what is in the series of the Genosha. But there's other sort of games that have more roles as well, not just the murderer. There's like the policeman, and there's the night watchman, and you can have a specific role for people to peek and open their eyes to see who the murderers are, but then they wouldn't necessarily be believed because they might be the murderers themselves. So it's sort of like, it's based off of that, I think.
Also reminds me of another 90s board game called Clue.
Yeah, Clue. Yeah. Very similar.
We played that one, me and my brothers.
Yeah.
I remember it had like tiny figurines of murder tools.
Right, yeah. There was like candelabra.
Yeah.
And what else was there? Like a hatchet maybe, or...
Yeah, like regular household appliances.
Yeah.
That you can use to murder somebody.
A revolver, lead pipe, rope, wrench, dagger, candlestick, baseball bat
Do you have the
trophy.
photos of these?
No, I was looking at the like
Because
the
I'm
list.
sure it's gonna
These ones.
bring up yeah, these ones.
This.
Yeah, I remember these.
Yeah, rope. The
So
rope
funny.
is. We're looking at a picture in which the rope is
I
the only
remem-
one that's made of, I guess, like
Yeah.
yellow plastic.
I don't remember the rope, but I do remember the middle one.
I find it really funny actually that it's like they're all sort of the same.
Oh no.
They all have the same finish. I don't know if they're plastic or die cast, but they're made to look like this sort of, metallic finish.
Yeah.
But then the rope is this like really lightly colored, cheap plastic finish, like sort of glossy, very, very flat mold of rope, basically, like tied in a noose. It's funny.
Okay, I need to change the nib. I accidentally bent it. This is going to the trash.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
let me see.
I accidentally bent it.
Oh, well, it doesn't look that bent.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be bent like in a huge way to make it stop working.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I got my airbrushes today. I was thinking that maybe I could share that with the audience. I don't know if because we always talk about the tools that we use here.
Yeah, for sure.
So I might just like really quickly show two models.
And this is a Tachikawa mapping Maru. Where does it say that? Yeah, mapping model Maru. This is like the finest nib that I found anywhere. And this is a new one, so you can see how a new one works.
Oh no. Okay.
It's so nice using a new nib.
Yeah.
I really should.
You should exchange them more often. You were saying that some artists
have a huge.
Some artists replace them every day.
Yeah, I remember once an artist that I met at the OAX told me that he's using a nib for one page, and then he throws it away after one page.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
So I'm gonna show real quick, and then maybe I'll like flip over to the front cam, and then I'll flip back.
Sure.
Okay, so this is a Badger Patriot 105, which looks very cool. I like the finish. I haven't really ever used an airbrush, so it's going to be really interesting. This is mostly for miniature painting and priming, etc. And then, so this is like a proper airbrush, right? It has dual action, so pressing down makes the air flow, and then pulling back the trigger makes the paint, you can decide how much paint you want to add into the airflow. And then I got a really simple one just to test it out. It was actually pretty cheap as well. And this doesn't have dual action, it's single action, and it's also a no clean airbrush. So this is by Dispay, I think their name is, DSPIAE. And you connect it the same way. This goes to the compressor, whatever you're using. And then it has a little bottle here. And it's sort of like it's pressure fed through a needle. And the needle is just suspended right in front of the air tube here. And when you press, the compressor shoots out the air, it hits the needle, and it siphons it in from the bottle that you have attached. So that means that basically there's no paint going in this type of airbrush whatsoever. So you don't have to ever clean this. You're only cleaning the bottles if you wanted to reuse them. So it gives you less control because you don't have the ability to pull back the trigger as much as you want to, but I mean, it's going to be a cool experiment. I'll let you know how it goes afterwards. Rob says they made a Clue movie.
Really?
Oh, that's interesting. Probably an old one that we just never heard about.
Like from the 90s or like a recent?
I don't know. I'm going to check to see. If anyone on here uses an airbrush or has anything to say about it, I'd be happy to hear what your thoughts are. The Clue movie. It was made in 1985? No. Really?
Okay.
Huh. American black comedy mystery film based on the board game.
Cool.
I mean, 1985, that's actually surprising. I would have guessed it to be made sometime during like the mid-90s.
But it's weird that we haven't heard about it.
Yeah, never heard about it. And I haven't seen, I just saw the sort of like art for the thing and it didn't look familiar to me as well. See? Look. That doesn't look like anything to me.
Who's the actors?
Let me see. The Clue movie, the actor, the cast is Tim Curry.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Madeline Kahn, Leslie Ann Warren, Colleen Camp, Eileen Brennan, Christopher Lloyd. What? Really?
Christopher Lloyd and
Michael McKean? Oh, we have to watch this. Come on. Thanks for letting us know, Rob. We're going to definitely watch it. I'm guessing it's going to be funny as well because, I mean, a suspense movie from the 1980s or...
98, you said.
Did I say 98? No.
Yeah. 88?
No.
You said 98.
I said 1985.
85.
85.
Oh, wow.
That's why I was surprised. It's much earlier than I would have guessed, right? I mean, the Clue game obviously has been out for a very long time, but still, I guess, I don't know. It would be interesting to see how people rate the movie. How much? So it has 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, 73% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 4.2 out of 5 on Amazon.ca. So that's pretty high, actually.
Yeah. And Tim Curry.
Yeah, there's a bunch of actors on here that are really good. So I think it deserves at least a try. We could give it like 10 minutes and see what we're feeling about it. We didn't used to play Clue, but we played Jenga a lot, which is, for those of you that don't know, it's the it's that game where you have a tower built out of wooden blocks.
Yeah, I know.
And then when it's your turn, you have to remove a block and place it on the top without it toppling over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's something, it's a different type of game.
Yes.
It's more about coordination.
Yeah, coordination, patience, strategy maybe sometimes as well.
I don't remember about Clue, but was it like influenced by chance? Did you have like a...
Was there die involved?
Dice?
I don't know. Are there dice in the Clue game? Not Cluedo. Clue?
Cluedo?
I guess there's another game called Cluedo. In the classic Whodunit Clue board game, there are 2 pieces of dice. Players roll the dice on their turn to determine how many spaces they can move their character token on the game board. So it's sort of like Monopoly, I guess. But there is... Rob says no Jenga movie yet. I mean, that would be sort of weird.
There's what's the
Minecraft?
Minecraft game.
Yeah, but Minecraft is more, there's like more happening than Jenga. I think Jenga is too simplified. It would be like making a Tetris movie, you'd have to invent way more things that don't exist in the actual game to have a Tetris movie. I guess it could happen.
Yeah, it could
yeah,
happen,
it could happen
for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize where I left my Dr. Pepper. We went down to the local indoor market here, and it was really nice. A few days ago, right? Like
Which one?
the day before. Just the market.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
St.
and
Lawrence.
yeah, and it was pretty nice. It was a lot of fresh produce, and the prices were good. It gets really busy during the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I got some fresh basil from there,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very strong. It had a very, it was very basil-y.
Basil.
Yes.
I'm switching to a different nib because it was too fine for the details here on the this character's clothes.
Yeah. It's funny because like in the US, I hear mostly when people talk about it, they say basil,
Mm-hmm.
like nasal, as if there was an A there and not an I. But in Canada, I've heard basil, but I've also heard basil.
Mm-hmm.
And I think basil makes more
I
sense
think basil
to me.
is from maybe England.
Yeah, maybe probably. It's more of like the UK way
British,
of pronouncing it. But then, yeah, in Canada, there's a lot of things that are sort of like borrowed or from the UK, sort of changed in a different way over time than the US. And it reminded me of my sister invented her own pronunciation of the word almond.
Mm-hmm.
She used to call them almonds.
Almonds.
And she's the only person I've ever met who would call them It's not like she heard someone say it. She just decided
No, but it makes
the way
sense
she was.
because
No, it does.
It's written
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
right?
definitely. It's not like she's not pronouncing it with letters that aren't in the word or anything. It does
Yeah.
make sense. But it was just like at one point I was like, she said it, and I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, yeah, it's an almond. She was just very matter of factly.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't hear anybody say the word and you just read it.
Perhaps that's what it was. I don't
I'm
know.
sure
Maybe.
I'm sure that's the reason because it's written like that with an A.
Yes, yeah. What are some of the viewers' favorite games a la Monopoly, Jenga, Clue, maybe Tacky,
Maybe recent ones that we
or recent ones that we haven't?
don't
I know that
know
there's
of.
some sort of game that's called Codename
By
that
the
people
way,
have been
does
playing.
anybody play Magic the Gathering or
Oh yeah,
anything like that?
that's a good question. So we don't really know what it is or how it's played, but we know that
we know what it is,
cards
but
are involved.
yeah.
But other than that, I don't really know.
I think we read about it once and we didn't catch anything from the.
My main question would be, if I play Magic the Gathering, can it be like a short sort of exchange between two people, or does it have to be a long drawn out process? And another question would be, if I sort of like pull out a card and you pull out your card,
We don't even
do
know
you
if people play it here. So
yeah, would you, if your card was stronger or whatever and you won, would you get my card?
no, I
You
don't think
take
so.
it?
I don't think so.
I
No.
think you do, because people trade cards, right?
They trade, but it doesn't mean you play like the. You can lose the card. It doesn't mean that necessarily.
We should ask Tatiana next time we speak to her or see her. To play Magic the Gathering,
Yeah,
you and an opponent use decks of at least 60 cards, starting with 20 life each, aiming to reduce the opponent's life to 0 by casting spells using mana from lands, summoning creatures to attack, and using other card types strategically over turns. Players draw 7 cards, play 1 land per turn for mana, cast spells, and attack with creatures until someone wins by depleting the opponent's life or meeting another condition. Okay, so the turn structure is beginning phase. Untap all your tapped cards, then draw a card, unless it's your first turn. Clean up effects and discard down to 7 cards if you have more than that. So I guess I'm just going to ask it. I think I understand. Did you get it, how it's played?
Me, no.
No, okay. Do you win your opponent's cards in Magic the Gathering?
But I think it usually takes me more time to get the rules of games like that. I don't know why.
Okay, so my body story says long drawn out process. It's never a quick thing. They'll have lessons at OAX. They're gonna have lessons at OAX. Well, we're not going this year, but maybe next year. You can trade cards, but you play your own cards. Nothing gets taken by anyone. Your deck is your own deck. Okay, so you're just playing to see who wins, like chess or checkers. You can like build a really really good deck. I'm guessing, um, and there are probably cards that are way more elusive and harder to come by.
I think you can really get into that.
Me?
Yeah.
Why me?
I don't know. It suits your. I think it suits your interests.
Interesting. Maybe we should start our own.
Yeah, I remember the last OAX they did like an event, Magic event.
I wonder if there's different sort of types of games that are played with the same cards. Is there just one way to play the game, or are there different sort of like branches of the game, for lack of a better word?
There's a lot of people that do like their own card games, like on Kickstarter.
Yeah. Let me see here. Magic the Gathering is not just one game. It's a core system with a shared rule set, but numerous distinct formats. So basically, it's like playing cards.
Yeah.
Playing cards are used in a variety of different games,
Yeah,
right?
but
The same
I
card.
think it's more complicated than things because how much different type of playing cards?
Well, it says, I don't know how many types of cards there are. I'm going to check that in a moment, but it says there's different formats like standard with a capital S, commander, modern, and draft.
Okay.
Each changing allowed cards, deck construction, and sometimes even specific rules for different experiences. It's very cool, actually. I'm gonna watch some YouTube games being played or some explanations. But how many differing Magic the Gathering cards exist? Let's see. There's no single answer, but as of early 2026, there are roughly 30,000 unique Magic the Gathering cards by name.
Oh my god.
But over 90,000 total physical cards when counting all language variations and art treatments, like secret layers, reprints, foils, special printings. 30,000!
Yeah.
Wow!
I wouldn't mind doing one.
Yeah. What are the rarest Magic the Gathering.
Are you in a loophole?
I mean, My Body Story, do you play it regularly or have you played it in the past? Okay, there's one card called the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale, and its estimated value is $2,400 for one playing card.
Okay.
Um,
That's not a lot.
I mean, it's just
Like
yeah.
compared to sports cards.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Sports cards can go for millions, right? Bayou. It's a land card, estimated at $2,280. I'm guessing they mean US. There's Wheel of Fortune for when the opponent's hand is better, estimated at $3,700. It looks like the values here are like fluctuating, so let me see what the most expensive one is.
One of the characters I'm drawing now reminds me of, by mistake, the guy from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This one. What's his name?
The
guy from Bob's Burgers.
Oh, he sort of like visits them in the store all the time, in the shop. I don't remember his name. Top contenders for most expensive Magic the Gathering cards. A perfect 10 graded Alpha Black Lotus from 1993 sells for $3 million in 2024.
What is it? Like sports cards?
No, Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay.
I thought that I was looking at the most expensive, but I guess I wasn't. Some of them go for millions.
That's crazy.
Black Lotus, he says, it's a 500 million card. Wow, I just collect for art. I played the first series when it came out in the 90s, says My Body Story. Wow, I didn't even know it existed back then. An ultra rare Magic the Gathering card just sold for a record 3 million. I guess that's from May 2024, so it might be worth much more now. Why is that card so expensive? I wonder. Alpha Black Lotus. It's a cool name, though. Alpha Black Lotus?
Yeah, cool name.
Yeah, it would be really amazing. I don't know if they have different designers working on the cards, but if they do,
yeah, they do.
Yeah, you could.
They work with artists.
Definitely.
I think some of the artists that Tatiana represents, I'm not sure, but I think some of them, because some of them are more like illustrators, but I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of knowledge in that part of the pop culture scene.
Adds 3 mana of any single color of your choice to your mana pool, then is discarded. Tapping this artifact can be played as an interrupt. It doesn't seem to be such a powerful card. I guess it's just because it was a limited print run, maybe. Apparently, My Body Story, it was sold for 3 million in 2024. So there's that.
3 million. And I'm sure none of it goes to the original artists,
which
that drew the.
I mean, that should be amended somehow.
But it doesn't.
Yeah, it won't be.
I remember when the all NFT stuff was happening.
Right.
So that was like the main thing, that the artist can get the money from the resale.
Yes.
Because it's connected somehow to the original.
Well, yeah, it's through the blockchain. it always points to the wallet that it was created on.
Yeah.
And the chain it was created on. So it doesn't matter how or where you resell it. You can, if you mint it with the conditions that you will be receiving a cut of the sale, it happens automatically.
Yeah.
There's no, you can't change that after it's been minted.
That was actually a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It doesn't work with the original art. Because
no.
you can't tie it to the...
Well, people attempt to do that with copyright, trademarking, patenting, etc. But it doesn't, you know, facilitate automatic pay.
Yeah.
You'd have to go out and sue someone if they used your intellectual property or, you know, copied a design of yours without paying you or giving you credit. If anyone has any questions regarding
the process
or the tools used or crafting of stories
or games from the 90s.
Games from the 90s. Yeah. I wouldn't mind playing Jenga again. Could be some nostalgic value to it.
Yeah, but we need a group for that.
Yeah, you can play...
Not just 2 people.
No, you could play with just 2 people, I think. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Jenga, yeah. There's no need for more than 2 people.
Oh, and there's also... What's the name of the game that you have like straws in different colors and then you throw them away and then you need to like pull them out without moving the other ones?
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's kind of the same thing. It's about coordination.
It's like a game for surgeons.
Yeah.
I don't...
What's the name of the game?
I don't remember. Dookie? Yeah, it's called Dookie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Pick Up Sticks.
Yeah.
There was another game we used to play where like you throw something in the air and then you have time to like collect things from the table and you have to catch what you threw in the air. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I didn't play this one.
It was called... No. Jacks or Knucklebones or something. Bounce and Catch. Stomp and Catch.
No, I don't remember that.
Pick Up Sticks, yeah. Operation is the buzzer game. Right, yeah, Operation was the... You had to, I guess, like, extract a kidney without your tool touching the edges of something. You know what I mean?
No.
There was a cartoon sort of anatomy of a person.
Yeah.
And then it would say...
Radiohead had a video clip like based on that.
Oh, really?
By Michel Gondry.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Knives Out, maybe?
Knives?
The song?
Oh.
Knives Out.
Okay. Yeah, so it was like, basically you had this cartoon dude, and it could be, it would say that, let's say your femur needs to be removed. I don't know why that would be the case, but I guess sometimes it happens. And then you'd have to remove it without...
So look at the Knives Out video clip by Radiohead.
Yeah.
Michel
yes.
Gondry.
Wow, I haven't seen this in a very long time.
Yeah. Also from the...
Didn't Michel Gondry also do a couple of Bjork music videos?
I think he did All Is Full of Love.
And Army of Me. No, All Is Full of Love was done by
that's,
Chris Cunningham.
Chris Cunningham, right.
But I think he did Army of Me with the giant gorilla and the diamonds that were pulled out of teeth, and you know what I'm talking about?
I'm sure he did something with Bjork. I don't remember what it was, but
Rob asks if we've played Giant Jenga. No, we haven't. I haven't had the chance to play Giant Jenga.
Giant Jenga?
Yeah.
What is it?
He says it's usually found at breweries. I guess it's like a bigger version of the blocks.
Yeah.
But no, I've only ever played the normal sized Jenga.
So I know Jenga, but I'm not sure I actually played it. Not when I was a kid, for sure.
No?
I think we had it, but I don't remember playing it.
Mm-hmm. Giant Jenga sounds more fun for sure.
Than Jenga?
Yeah.
They should do like a giant Jenga that you stand on the top of the tower and then you try to remove them, and if you fail, then
you fall to your death.
Fall to your death with that.
That sounds like actually a cool idea for a jungle gym type situation, or like a climbing gym for kids, where you could have them connected to auto belay device.
Yeah.
And then they could play like giant Jenga.
Or a Squid Game episode.
Or yeah, Squid Game episode for sure. I never really got roped into the Squid Game series. I think I only ever watched one episode, and I was like, yeah, I don't really need to watch any more of this. It
wasn't for me as well. There's a lot of anime similar to, like, with the same idea.
There's a lot of really, with the same idea, but also there's a lot of very, very specific animes out there. Like, I can't believe I was reincarnated as an old vending machine, or my grandmother is ketchup. I don't know what, I invented the last one, but it's almost like they're so specific that we were watching a movie, an anime movie yesterday, I think it was, about 100-meter competition running.
Yeah, but that's a it's like regular idea.
It's so specific though. It's not like running overall.
Sports drama.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. It's not the original in that way.
Well, yeah, the vending machine one was definitely weirder.
Yeah. But I didn't like the movie. I heard a lot of good things about it, but maybe the movie itself is like, the story is good. Yeah. But I didn't like the animation. They used too many rotoscope. Like, every single scene is rotoscope.
Oh yeah, you were saying like, I at some point
no, it wasn't for me.
Stopped watching and started cooking, but you kept on saying that they were rotoing more and more.
But it's interesting that we don't like it. Because like, the best example, and I don't like it, like, when I was a kid, I didn't like it as well.
Yeah.
I knew that it's rotoscoped. Because
but do you not like it because it looks bad, or because you know that it's rotoscoped?
I don't know. It's hard for me, and I thought about it.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to, because I remember when I was a kid, I watched the Fire and Ice movie.
Yeah.
Like, the movie that's based on Frazetta designs.
Yeah.
And the actual drawings are great, and the backgrounds are great, but it's all the movie is rotoscope. The entire movie. And I remember as a kid, like, at a very young age, that I didn't like it because of that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like seems like something that is meant to cut corners, or because if you like stop on any single frames from the Fire and Ice movie, it looks great. But when you see it in movements, it's hard to not think about the
like videography that was used underlying
underneath the lines.
I guess I get that.
And that's the reason I really liked Disney films, because they I think they only did like rotoscope only in like the older movies, but they did change the it's not like it's like 100% rotoscoped.
Yeah.
It's like based on
there's
a,
some portions of it that are
yeah,
rotoscoped and some portions that
they
are
are
hand
they're looking
animated.
on a, they took a movie of an actor, and they take they do the animation by looking at it, not copying the entire frame by frame the movement.
Right.
Anyway, Fire and Ice, so it's not that bad. It's like it's a cool movie, but that's a thing that I don't like about it, the rotoscope thing.
Yeah.
And also, I think I was too young to watch it. It's like a bit scary, maybe. It's like, it's not for children. We were thinking about the fact that every animation series now, like not just anime, also the American produced stuff, is so violent. And
Yeah.
I don't know why. Why does it need to be so violent?
Yeah, there's like explicit close-ups of heads being severed and jaws being slapped off faces, and I don't get why it needs to be that sort of explicit and graphic.
In Invincible, for example.
Yeah,
like,
Invincible is very, very copious amounts of gore.
yeah. With no actual reason.
It's almost like they're doing it for comedic effect.
But it's
Trying to see how many different ways they can show a human body falling apart.
But it's not in a funny moment. It's like on shocking moments, supposed to be. Yeah, I think it's too much. I'm not sure about the reason for that as well. If there's a reason that I can understand it, maybe, but I'm not sure there is. I think the only reason now is to say that it's not for kids, that the show is for,
yeah, probably,
for adults.
Yeah, that's probably true.
But obviously kids watch it, so it's stupid.
Yeah.
And it's different in like, yeah, the comic itself, Ryan Otley is known for gore and violence, but reading a violent comic is different than seeing it in animation.
Yes. Also, you were saying that if they had to sort of do all of the gory elements in CGI and like 3D animated methods, it would be so difficult to do that because in 3D it's very hard to control and process liquid sims and sort of these organic things. It's become easier over the past decade or two, but it still takes a lot of processing time and it's very finicky and you have to do a lot of iterations to get it looking right. Whereas if you just put a hose with some compressed substance coming out, spurting just like a practical effect,
if it's a live action.
If it's live action, right. If you had to practically do it, I think nowadays, I don't know, I'm guessing that it would be cheaper. Maybe not, but even though I am a 3D animator, I have not dedicated myself to doing fluid simulations, thank God. It's just a really tiring process. So my body story says that's basically what the comic book itself was like of Invincible.
Yeah,
It was a
I
lot of
know.
violence and gore.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Rob says a scanner darkly was fully rotoscoped. That's why I couldn't watch it. I just couldn't.
Yeah, I didn't like it as well.
I gave it 5 minutes and my brain said nope, something else.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. And I tried because I heard it's a good movie, but yeah.
Rob recommends a DVD series called Director's Series. There's volumes featuring Spike Jonze, Chris Cunningham, Michel Gondry, Mark Romanek, Jonathan Glazer, Anton Corbijn, Stephanie Sednawi.
I still haven't seen the Jonathan Glazer movie about the Holocaust.
Oh, what? I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, it's a movie about the German people that were living outside the camps.
Okay. Is it newish or
Newish, I think.
2023?
Yeah.
The Zone of Interest?
Yeah, the Zone of Interest.
What type of movie is it?
Depressing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. I've been depressed enough. I don't need
Yeah,
to.
but it's supposed to be a very good movie.
It says, yeah, it was released February 2024. It's a Polish movie.
Polish?
It
Maybe
says Poland. I don't.
Yeah, maybe it was shot there. Maybe
Yeah.
it was shot like in
Jonathan Glazer.
Birkenau.
Produced by James Wilson and Ewa Pucinska. Ewa.
Sounds like a Polish name.
Yes. Written and directed by Jonathan Glazer. Loosely based on the 2014 novel by Martin Amis.
I really like all his other movies, really.
Yeah.
Like Under the Skin. And
Oh, Under the Skin I loved. It was so subtle.
What's the name of the one with the...
The what? The animals?
No, with the... I forgot the name of the actress.
Scarlett Johansson?
No, that's
Under the Skin.
Under the Skin.
Yeah.
Where her husband is dead, and there's a child that says
Amy.
he's her husband. He's her dead husband.
Oh, yeah.
That's also a great movie. Nicole Kidman.
Nicole. Wait. Do you mean Birth? The movie?
Maybe. I don't remember the name of it.
No, that's something else. That's something else. Birth. But I think Nicole Kidman was in that as well, wasn't she? It was about a dead husband, and there was a young boy that claimed to be her dead husband,
Yeah,
right?
that's the
Okay,
movie.
so it's called Birth. It's from 2004.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Also a great movie.
Yeah, Birth. Rob got it. We're nearing the end of our live stream for today. Agent X asks, I just got here. Are we talking about Eyes Wide Shut? We were not talking about Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, but yeah, that's...
But I mean, it's very, yeah. I would place it in the same category of...
That's Kubrick. So.
Yeah, it's Kubrick. But we were talking about Birth with Nicole Kidman. And before that, we talked about The Zone of Interest.
I haven't watched Eyes Wide Shut in a long time.
I've never seen the movie.
Really?
Yeah. I sort of know generally what it's about, but I've never watched it.
No, it's a good movie.
Yeah? Should I watch it?
Yeah.
It's okay, Agent X. There's always next week, and you can just watch our hour and a half now, even though we won't be live soon anymore. But there's always next week, so we're going to be on every Monday at 6:30, from 6:30 to 8 EST PM, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, be sure to join us next time as well. But for now, I think we're going to show what you've done so far and also the page from last week.
Okay,
So
sure.
I'm going to...
Okay, so this is what I managed to do. Also, there's a lot of characters on this page, so I didn't finish all the panels with all the characters. I have a lot of more stuff to do in the backgrounds, and
Yeah,
some more automatons here.
the
robots.
character on the right really does remind me of Teddy from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah, it's very cool.
He's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
what's going on? Yeah, and so last time, what did I do? I think I did like more pages. I think it was this one last time.
Here, let me see. I'll be able to tell. No, not that one. It was, I think it was the page where you saw the helmet being worn by, there's like a helmet that has holes in it.
I think it was this one.
Let me see.
No?
No.
Oh, yeah, it was this one. It was this one.
I think so, yeah. I think it was that one, for sure. So this is the page that you finished since last week.
I think I did like maybe 4 more pages after this.
Since doing this, yeah. So there have been, do you want to show them as well, or do you want to maybe show some of them next time?
Show some of them, maybe.
Yeah, maybe one more.
One more, so there's a double that I just finished.
Yeah.
Maybe the double. Okay. Yeah, that's the double.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. It reminds me of your Ghost Rider double page commission. With
Ghost Rider?
Remember you did Ghost Rider that had like this extreme fisheye with yeah.
So this is more like an action sequence.
Yeah.
It has like 3 small panels here, one big one, and another 3 here.
Oh yeah, check that out. That's so gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. A lot of movement, a lot of detail.
Yeah, so this is from the first issue, and I think I explained in a previous stream before that the story is told in a linear space as opposed to linear time. So the first issue is underground. So the entire issue is underground, and the second issue is ground level, and it goes up from there.
Oh yeah, you said that it was geographically
linear
and not chronologically linear.
So this is all underground. And this is the page I did on the last stream, and I think I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. And I also have another double for tomorrow.
So whoever wants to see you continue working on it, you're gonna be silent streaming that?
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
So you can always check out the silent streams if you just want to have something in the background to look at, or you know, just be a part of. It's very nice to do that, and you have that on YouTube and Twitch as well, is it?
Yeah, YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah. And then we have our next moderated sort of discussion live stream every Monday. So next Monday in a week from now.
Yeah.
Be sure to stop by then as well. And until we see you next time, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
See ya.